So,
Awesome.
how do we want to break the news to people, Proxy? Should we just rip the
I
Band-Aid and get it over with?
Yeah, I think ripping the
Okay.
band-aid is
Oh,
the
oh, hold on. Before we say anything, let me do something here real quick.
yep,
Um,
appropriate
you'll
measures.
see. Okay, come over here, Proxy.
Oh, 1 second. I'm here.
Okay. What does that look like to you?
Paper?
Does it also look like a towel?
Oh, it's a little tissue.
Let's here. This is what we're doing today, guys. We're
We're
throwing it.
throwing in the towels.
We're throwing it.
Yep.
Yep. Rubisk won.
Yep.
Rubisk beat us.
For the first time,
Yep.
CTP have decided to quit a map.
We are declaring defeat today, peoples.
Yep.
So, yes, and we thought, instead of just like not doing any more videos, we would do a couple more to kind of explain our thought process and give some feedback on the map and things like that. But some things we saw after our last recording, things we saw in the last couple of areas made us think it would not make for good footage. Probably,
No,
right? Would you agree with that?
we really didn't want to put ourselves through that, and we're going to show you why. So there are going to be
Yeah,
spoilers in this video, but we'll let you know when that's coming up so you can stop watching in
true.
case you decide to play the map.
Which
But
I
yeah,
think a lot of
there's
people will still enjoy it. Like I know Sam says he played through the map and he seemed to really like it, and I know there were a couple play testers as well. But for both of us, like with the time that it would involve to make the videos and prepare for the videos and then actually like slog through each area, we just didn't think it was right for CTP.
no.
But instead, we want to. I think what we were thinking of is just to fly through all the
Oh,
areas we've been to and give some
hi, Mr.
feedback on.
Roboto.
I am Mr. Roboto. Is it still bad?
Yeah, it's I noticed when we first called you were cutting out a little bit.
Okay, well maybe we need to resolve some issues then.
Maybe you should host the call.
We can do that.
All
All
right.
right,
Be right back, guys.
professionalism. So according to Proxy, I sound perfect now, which is the
Yep.
best compliment I've had in a while.
Oh
Ever
yeah.
since my
Do I
mommy
sound
told me.
perfect?
Pretty close.
Subpar.
I give you a 99 out of 100. We can't all be perfect, Proxy. I'm sorry.
You dirtbag. Get out of here.
Hey, no spleefing, no spleefing. But anyway, as kind of a finale to this series, we were thinking we would fly around the different areas that we've been to and also show off some we haven't and just give some feedback on things we liked, things we thought could use some work, and that sort of thing. And
Awesome.
hopefully
So
have some derps along the way.
let's go to Marsh of Decay because that's the
Marsh
one we
of
went to
Decay.
first.
Yes. And I believe this was our first opportunity to really start like farming some livestock and stuff, right? Which we probably should have, like having a lot of. I think there were cows here, weren't there?
Yeah, over right here. It's super lit up now because I did this for the intro
Oh,
recording,
right.
just so you guys know.
But we still lit up a decent amount on this before too.
Oh yeah, you can see all
So
the torches.
so this area, it was really daunting at first, like when you first walk in here and there's so many zombies. But I actually really liked this area overall.
I did too. I thought it was really cool. Like, I like how you could be really high off the ground, and as long as you blocked off areas, they couldn't really get to you. I thought it was really clever, and like they kept getting stuck in the water, and then it was nice farms for like flesh and stuff.
Yeah, and the fact that he balanced the amount of spawns with the fact that they were pretty much one-hit kills, I think was really, really smart. Because if there were that many zombies and they were all full health vanilla zombies, that would just be no bueno.
Yeah.
And the fact that you could tree parkour around most of the area too, instead of like pillaring and stuff, if you wanted to get off the ground and explore things.
Yeah, that was super nice. And I do remember like some of the loot in this area was like up here there was a diamond horse armor.
Oh yeah.
It's like a little trolly, a
Oh, it's
little
still there.
maybe
You didn't even take it.
no, it's a lot trolly, but
A lot
again,
trolly.
it is just one of the first areas, so
Right.
not that bad.
And then one thing we're probably like one point we're probably going to come back to multiple times in these next couple videos is the issue of loot. I would say
Loot.
like that's the one thing that I feel could really use some work, like especially in later areas. With other CTM maps I've played, like once you defeat an area, you not only get the monument piece from that area, but you're hopefully better geared for the following areas. And that's something we both feel is kind of missing in a lot of, especially the late game areas. Like it doesn't really offset the cost of going through the area. Like, you're probably going to end up using some gear or losing some gear in our case, and there
Yep.
wasn't much to help you out after the area, if that makes
No.
sense.
So we'll definitely come back.
Yeah.
This I think was supposed to. It was definitely supposed to be a trap, but
Which proxy totally would have fallen for.
yep, because of Cthulhu, I thought it was bedrock. But yeah, this was the big hole it created, so it was definitely ouchy.
No, no bueno, right?
No, no bueno. All right,
I
this
thought that was
area
pretty funny, though.
yeah, it was. I liked this area. This is our first custom mob area.
Oh, yeah, that's true. The crazy glass head guys.
Yeah, still not sure what those are supposed to be. Not gonna lie, but I did like this area. It wasn't too challenging. Again, could have had some more loot in it, and I find
Yeah.
it really reminds me of like a sewer system or something. So I like how you stayed away from colors, and there was just the mossy in the ceiling, and then the slow sand on the bottom. Like you did a
Yeah.
really good job balancing it.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I would have liked to have the glass heads drop some kind of thing that would be useful somehow.
A nice custom loot.
Yeah, because did they... I can't remember. Did they just not attack us, or were they just glitched for a while? Because I feel like they may have attacked us at a different point.
I think at one point they randomly attacked me, but that was it.
Yeah, so like they just seemed like they didn't have a purpose. Like they weren't
Yep.
necessarily difficult, and they didn't really do anything for or against the player. So I definitely liked the look of them. Like that was... It really freaked us
really
both out for a
cool.
while. Like, what is going on?
Yeah.
But yeah,
And
they,
then I liked this. I love the use of the waterfalls and stuff, and I like how it is dangerous where, yeah, you do have quite a few spawners, but they're strategically placed where the creepers are falling below us most of the time. So it's more so an issue getting out than getting in. But
Well, for
there are a
some
few
people.
here. Yeah, that's true. There are a few here that can crawl over and stuff, which is there's in this spot right here. There's one, two, three, four spawners, and they can all come towards us, which really wasn't
Yeah.
that bad because we had the water to take up some of the blast. And again, there's one of these
Theoretically.
glass head things that didn't
yeah.
really do anything.
But yeah, I feel like overall the area was pretty well balanced. Like I wouldn't have died at the end here if I was paying more attention. I don't think that was
Yeah.
mostly on you, not so
Yep.
much on the map maker.
Yep.
But yeah, overall, like you had to do some exploration to find the actual wool, but it wasn't so bad that you're just wandering around for hours trying to find out where the heck you're supposed to go.
Yeah,
Although-
and then we also had
I just
Go
want to
ahead.
say I hate these random obsidian blocks because they always make me think something's going on.
yep, Cthulhu used to always follow them.
I know. Well, it's like it's this one random block. I don't know if that's something that helps out with map making to like designate a certain point for some reason or something. But it always made me so sad when it turned out to be nothing.
Yep.
Okay, but yeah, overall I liked this area. What was it called again? We didn't look at the sign when we came in. I guess we can
yeah,
look on
we
our way
didn't.
out.
And there was another area. This led to the intersection, didn't it? Yes.
Yes. And we totally
so-
missed it at first.
Yep. I like how you can come up different ways. Like you had two paths instead of just one.
Yeah.
And we had our intersection, but we'll go back to the other place first.
Right, yes. Definitely. And then so there's one other area in this intersection. Oh, we should also talk about the intersection too when we're back there because we were doing a
Yeah.
little bit of that off camera. The intersection
I like the
itself.
intersection.
Yes, it is cool.
I kind of messed it up while recording.
Maybe a
That's
little
totally
bit.
my bad.
Yeah, like the duality of the water above and then the lava below was really cool. Down here at this horrible sniper blaze area, this is where our looting stick was, right? If I remember
Yes.
right. That I love that idea. Like that, like an unbreakable item that can be really useful for farming for the player. Absolutely bueno. And then later on, I guess we can touch on this again later, but getting spawners as loot is something I've never seen before, and I think
Yes.
is really cool and very useful.
I think it would have been really cool to have like a little hidden area back here
Oh,
behind this little lava fall.
true.
The chest. Let's check the other one because there might actually be one, but
All right.
doubtful. Yeah, nothing.
Okay.
It would have been kind of made us want to look around the intersection a little bit more.
But the fact that he
so-
did have some loot in the intersection, I think, was good.
Yeah. So that was Culver Creek, and now
Okay,
this is
right.
Storm Cliff Castle,
Oh,
which
I
was
remember
below.
Stormcliff. Yeah. And so this
I
is
actually
where
really liked this one.
it was pretty cool. This is where we got all those punch bows that helped us a lot throughout the rest of the game.
Hmm.
And see, that's what I'm talking about. Like the area at the time was fairly difficult. Like I think we each died at least once here. But after we secured it, we had infinite punch 3 bows, which
Yep.
really helped us out in the rest of the areas. So
Are you drinking potions, by the way?
I just got splashed.
Yeah, just for YouTube purposes.
Okay. Yeah,
I do really like this area. I
mhm.
really liked it.
It is very cool looking.
It would have been, I think, a lot nicer if it had been open ceiling.
Oh, open to the sky.
Yeah, so that like it was always like,
And I
day or
think,
night.
yeah, I'm pretty sure you could set it so that you have a command block always setting things to night too if you want to keep it dark or
Yeah, it would
something
have
like
been
that.
really cool to have it so that it was always dark in this area so that,
Hmm.
it would have been really cool looking and
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, it did look really cool when you're coming up to it, and I think he had some lighting here and there.
Hmm.
Did he? I don't know, but like as you start to see the castle, like that was a really cool effect.
And like you gave us Emerald here. It would have been nice to maybe give us like a villager or something with
Oh, I
special
forgot about
trades
that. Yeah.
so that we could actually do something because
Hmm.
it's really, I find in maps, it's almost a little bit pointless to give players stuff that they're not actually going to use.
Yeah, like Emerald in and of itself is pretty much useless if you can't
And
trade.
like redstone and stuff. Like maybe make it another block.
But yeah, a
But
villager trade could be cool, even if you get like a villager egg as a loot item, or if you just come across a custom villager or something like that.
yeah, I
But
liked with this area how we could like swim around too, like with the boats.
oh yeah, that was neat. And there were a lot of like coal pockets and stuff too in some of these islands,
Hmm.
right? Which was really useful at that time in the map.
Yeah, because we didn't really have a lot. Inside the area, overall, whoa. Oh
Oh yeah,
yeah, I
I may have
remember
found this at
this.
one point. And because I think I found this when I came back to farm up some bows, and then there's 2 spawners down here for the same guys too. So you could make
Yep.
a serious grinder here for these skellies if you wanted to.
Really though.
But I,
But
I
I
think
really like this area
yeah, the
too.
castle itself looks really neat. One thing I would say words from a
Vines.
performance standpoint is the vines, and this is something we ran across in Death Valley as well. But back in the day when I had an older computer, it would not have been able to handle this because the vines are really nasty for
Yeah.
performance.
I have a pretty optimized PC. Like, I'm not
Hmm.
gonna brag or anything, but I have like a really good graphics card, like, high-end stuff. And right now I'm getting about 20 frames a second when I
Hmm.
can usually get, when I max it at 30, but I can usually get about 150 to 300 frames a second.
Yeah, so just to ensure that people of multiple computer types can handle a map, and I think this is something Vex learned the hard way too with stuff like
Hmm.
Canopy Carnage and whatnot, because leaves are kind of the same way. But Minecraft is not the most optimized game ever, so things like this can end up taking a toll on lower end computers.
And I think having vines in front of the entrance was a bad idea because it's like impossible to find this thing.
Oh, you mean for getting back?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I definitely feel like some vines are really cool and they can add a really neat feel to an area, but they do spread, so they can get worse
Yep.
over time, and it can all add up after a while. But yeah, overall, I really like that area as well. I feel like those bows alone made it worthwhile and really helped out
Yep.
later on.
Definitely. All right, we'll take a cut until we are in the next area so we can keep them pretty short so we're
Sounds
not
good.
like hour long.
True. All right, see you guys over there.
See ya!